Do you ever try to go to sleep? Perhaps, maybe just now, and do you feel this anxiety, anxious feeling arising in your body, maybe in your stomach, and you try to sleep and you can't, or you do fall asleep and then you wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing and have these anxious thoughts, and you try to not to think about all these anxious situations. You're trying to calm yourself down. And what if this trying to not to think about all these scenarios actually keep this anxiety going, because these thoughts are very, very deep inside and they make us feel an emotion. So today we're going to dive deeper. We're going to do a meditation where I will guide you to lose this anxiety that you're feeling around the future. And this will require you to be present. My name is Olivia Kissper. I'll be your guide today, and I'm a transpersonal coach. And for those of you who are not sure what transpersonal mean, that means transpersonal, which means beyond the personal. I'm going to be helping you to, or guiding you, to connect you to something greater, to a deeper truth, beyond the personality. Most people believe they are personalities, or that's who they are. And just consider that perhaps personality is just accumulation of your past reactions to feel safe. And it's not who you are. And there is other qualities that are your true nature, that are in such high resonance with you because it is you. And I will help you to guide you there. So please get comfortable. I'm excited about this meditation because it's fun to do. However, there might be some uncomfortable emotions coming up at the very beginning. Then we'll deal with those. So just want you to arrive to this moment and really take a moment to feel your body. Feel how it's really feeling today and this moment. And perhaps scan your body for any tension. Make sure you're comfortable and your breathing is becoming soft. You can leave your day behind. Just really focusing on you. This meditation requires your presence if you do want to lose your anxiety about the future. And first thing we are going to do is a little visualization. I want you to visualize that you're going to a cinema or a movie theater. And you are in this movie theater. And you're the only person who is going to be watching a movie, just alone. You can have your popcorn ready. And the movie that you're going to be watching for a little while is the movie that you are playing in your mind. And it's the movie that's causing you some stress, some anxiety about the future. And if you're not sure what it is, I want to invite you to just pause and see if there is any images or thoughts coming up. Because usually we try to really avoid this. Try to avoid thinking about it, but it's happening deeply inside, sometimes so deep that we are not aware. We just feel this heart racing and sensations in our bodies that really stop us from being able to fall asleep or to relax and be clear-minded and present and loving. So I want you to really invite you to think about one thing that you feel anxiety about, something in the future. Pick something that will bring you some stressful sensations in your body. Something, maybe it's an exam, or you're afraid that you're gonna break up with someone, or that you're not gonna make enough money, or that you will have to face an uncomfortable situation. Whatever this is, I want you to summarize this in just a nutshell. Put it in a nutshell. And once you have this problem or this uncomfortable situation in the future that is really bad for you, that it seems to be really bad for you, uncomfortable and stressful, I want you to shrink this even more into perhaps one word or a phrase. This can be very powerful. And this will be the name of your movie. And as you're thinking about it, scan your body and really relax. Notice that you are in your bed and safe. And visualize that you are in this movie theater. And the movie starts. And you are watching it from your seat. You got the best seat in the cinema, the movie theater. And on this big screen, you see this movie, what will happen. That you are so scared. So just notice. And observe any sensations as you're watching this movie. Just invite it. Don't try to suppress it. You can put some details in there. And notice. It's the same thing when we're watching an actual movie, that when we believe this movie, when we believe this, what's happening on the screen, it produces a sensation in our bodies. When we don't believe this movie, it doesn't produce sensation in our bodies. Have you ever seen a really bad movie, bad acting? Or maybe, there was some blood and it didn't look real, it was too pink. Do you remember? You just couldn't be immersed in this movie, and therefore you didn't feel those emotions. But when the movie is really real, very well done, the acting is great, all the props are perfect, it sucks you in, and it's so believable that it produces emotions. So just notice. So just notice if your movie produces emotions. And the more you believe it, the more you believe that it will happen, the more it produces emotions in your body. That's this anxiety. And now, as you're sitting in this cinema, I want you to ask you, how do you know what will happen in the future? Just investigate. How do you know? Just notice that it's simply some thoughts or images that coming to your mind, and they actually have nothing to do with what will happen, because future is always held in your mind. Where you are right now in this present moment, perhaps in your bed, lying and feeling safe, having everything what you need, just realize for a moment that you actually have no idea what will happen. And I don't mean it in a way that there's going to be something uncertain and you are scared of uncertainty. We are actually not scared of uncertainty. We always project the past into the future, and we are scared that something will happen in the future that will make us, that we feel stuck, helpless, anxious, with no way out. And this is what causes anxiety. So just connect to the deeper truth inside of you that actually you have no idea what will happen tomorrow. And feel that. You have no idea what will happen next week or next year. And also notice that even if you predicted it right, guessed it right, assumed it right, you have no idea if this situation that will happen will actually bring you some bad outcome in the long term. You simply don't know, do you? So just relax into this knowing. In the universe, where there is infinite possibilities, there's always some surprise factors. And when we let our reptilian brain run the show, imagining all these worst-case scenarios, then we feel anxiety in this present moment. And if I was working with you one-on-one, I would be relentless to question all these details in your movie, in your convictions and thoughts, so you can really experience full liberation. For today, I'm just going to ask you one more question. Where are all these thoughts coming from? Is it you? Are they yours? Just notice. Whenever you have some uncomfortable, stressful thoughts about the future, is it really you who is thinking those thoughts? Or are they just pop into your mind out of nowhere? Just notice. Because if you really were in a full control of your thoughts, wouldn't you always choose only positive and really supportive thoughts? And that's not the case. We all have these negative and stressful thoughts about this future that are only held in our minds, which is the same as our imagination, just watching a movie, a mind movie. So come back here, come back to this moment where you feel your hands on your fingers on your hands, and you feel your feet and how heavy your blanket is and how soft your breathing is. And just notice that these thoughts just pop onto your mind by themselves. Do you know what's going to be the next thought? No, you don't even know what's going to be the next thought. It's just like sitting in the car as a passenger and looking out of the window, just observing. In the same way, right now, just observe your thoughts. Whatever comes onto your mind, just observe your thoughts. Just as you were looking out of the window from a car and you saw the trees and the houses passing by, maybe some people, and you never know what's gonna be next. In the same way, just right now, just notice that these thoughts just pop into your mind and they have nothing to do with the truth, what will happen. the truth is that you don't know. You have no idea. That is the truth. You have no idea what will happen. You don't even know what's going to happen in the next minute. Or do you know what I'm going to say next? So just relax. That you are completely taken care of. And deep inside, you always know what to do moment to moment. As the gecko confirms. And this movie that you imagine deep inside of you, this scenario that will happen someday, that is going to have a bad outcome for you. Just invite it, acknowledge it, and let it dissolve into the background and say thank you for sharing. Just let it dissolve and see the curtains in this movie theater closing, and just come back to yourself. Come back to yourself, observing your breathing and observing your thinking with curiosity. With curiosity, what's going to come up next? Because with curiosity, you don't resist those thoughts. Life always has some surprises for you that you just cannot see before. Just like these thoughts, they pop into your mind. And you either believe them, and then they cause you emotion, or you don't believe them. You recognize them as for they are, just thoughts. And in this scenario about the future, recognizing that you have no idea what will happen in the future. You actually don't know. And with this, connecting to that truth of what is actually happening, that you have no idea, and just being open-minded. You're entering a space with more clarity. Thank you. Entering a space of clarity with your open mind. You have a bit more understanding. Your mind has opened and your heart is opened. This curiosity and allowance. In this space you can allow, let it happen, whatever needs to happen. Because when your mind is open and you have clear thinking, you will always make the right choice. You will always make the right choice moment to moment. One step at a time. One day at a time. Because if you want to be preparing for a disaster that will happen sometime in the future, you're dealing with your mind stuff that is not real. So come back here to your body, to feeling again your hands, your palms, your body. Notice that perhaps it's more relaxed than it was before at the beginning. Perhaps your breathing is more relaxed. And if you want, you can open your eyes and just come back here or let yourself fall asleep. And for those of you who are, especially for women who are on their path to awakening, they really want to know how to deal with these seductive fantasies that they run in the background that cause them anxiety and helplessness, especially in relationships, consider enrolling into my online course, Break the Perfectionist Spell. It has 3 parts: videos, meditations that are about self-discovery, and it comes with a coaching session with me where I will help you to connect you personally with your true nature through a heartbreak or resentment or any frustration that you've had with your partner or any partner from the past. I'm going to leave you a link in the card over here and also in the description. And thank you so much for watching today and really taking care of yourself and having more understanding. I love you and I appreciate you. Have a beautiful night.